Good morning, fam. What's up? What's up? It's late at night. It's Friday. Right now I'm just kicking back, about to hit the bed. Right now I want to make at least maybe a video or two. Got my haircut done today. Um, Basically, you guys already know about me already. I said a lot about myself right here. Um, just same old, same old. But I want to talk to you guys about one thing, and I do want to switch up my videos a lot. Like I said before, I want to start showing you guys different things, kind of about my life and kind of like the things I learned how to do as a kid. I had to teach myself. I learned from somebody else. Maybe through a homie, a cousin. Maybe I learned through somebody else growing up. Um, I want to try to show you guys how to do certain things. And what I mean by that, though, I wasn't really taught a lot of stuff growing up. I, do a lot of teaching myself. My dad wasn't really around, and my mom was a single parent, so I had to learn a lot on my own. But if I can have an opportunity to show you guys something that I've learned and give you guys some kind of wisdom or knowledge behind that, and it can help anybody out, I would like to do that. And that's and kind of push the knowledge I have and the wisdom I have and the experience I have towards you guys. So that's kind of what I really want to do with this YouTube channel. Kind of give you guys a breakdown of my day-to-day life. Nothing big. I don't want to get too personal, but if I can help out any way possible, I would like to. Um, so that's one thing. Another thing is this though. I never been to prison. I went to jail once, but I never been to prison. Thank God. A lot of my cousins I grew up with went to prison. They got caught up, and but thank God I never did. You know, I decided to make a change in my life when I hit like 18 years old. So I think that's what helped me out. And honestly, what really helped me out was because I didn't want my daughters. I have two daughters. I didn't want them to see the lifestyle I was living, and I was like deeply in love with my baby's mom, my daughter's mom. So I wanted to show her I can change. So I ended up making an effort and changing. And if you guys look at my other videos, you guys know what I did. Went to school, etc. But growing up, I think what really helped me to not. I did a lot of dirt. I did a lot of trouble. I got in a lot of trouble. Like I did a lot of stuff I should have been in trouble for. Should have got caught for. But I think what really helped me is I used to think about before I did anything. I used to always think before I um, made any kind of decisions. And what I mean by that, just hear me out. You have to ask yourself this before you guys ever do anything, and I hope you guys never do. But if you guys were ever planning on getting into trouble, which I hope you guys don't, ask yourself this: is it really worth the consequences that you're gonna deal with? A lot of times, we get so mad or we get so much in our emotions that we let our emotions, we express ourselves through our emotions by the physical acts that we do. And we have to ask ourselves, is it really worth what you're about to do at that specific time to, is it really worth the consequences? I can't speak for anybody else. A lot of times I had to ask myself, is it really worth it? And sometimes it was, and I did what I did, and it is what it is. But majority of the times I had to really ask myself and step back and and think about it. A lot of times when we get mad, excuse me, a lot of times when we get mad, we think with our emotions. We get pissed off. And this is go for majority. This goes for everybody, but this is kind of goes for a lot of us for the minorities. And this is I'm speaking for everybody. Everybody wants to listen, but this is for us minorities. A lot of times when we get mad and we speak with our emotions, or we do things because we feel a certain way and we feel like we're not being heard, or we're not being respected, or we're not being felt how we feel. So we act out a certain way to express that this is us and this is what we feel and this is how we express ourselves. And pretty much, this is what it is. But if we do that stuff and we don't think about it, and we do it in the negative way and we don't think about it, um, what the consequences are, then we're gonna end up, dealing with those consequences afterwards, and what happens to that situation, and who we hurt, and who we hurt, um, as the individual, are our families. So what always kept me out of trouble is that I thought a lot of times before I did anything, for two reasons why. One, I didn't want to get in trouble. That's the truth. If I was going to do something, I didn't want to get caught. So I used to think it through. I'm not telling you guys to do that, but I used to think it through before I do it, so I don't have to get caught. That's one thing. And two, I always ask myself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth what you're about to do? Is it really worth sacrificing what you're about to sacrifice? That's including whatever it is. Is it your life, your freedom, your family, your finances, your money, your heartache? Is it really worth it? Your livelihood, or your this whatever it is it really worth sacrificing? Whatever you're about to sacrifice, is it really worth it? Or in a year from now or 2 years from now, will you be over that? Will you be over it? Will you be over that problem? It not even be that long, but not even a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months. You'll be over that, and you will look back and you ask yourself, "Damn, I can't believe I was about to do something stupid," and really get caught up. There's times, though, I won't lie to you, where I really had to walk away from things where I didn't really want to walk away. To be honest, I want to fuck somebody up. Or I wanted, to handle my business because I feel like I was getting hella disrespected. And sometimes you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth the consequences you're about to deal with afterwards? And sometimes I feel like it is. Sometimes I feel like it is. But when I really sit back and think about it, I'm like, it's not, because I'm gonna lose everything I worked so hard for. I'm gonna lose everything that I want to work so hard for, and I'm gonna lose everything that I feel like that I deserve, and that not only do I deserve, that I'm earning. So my point of the matter is this: before you ever do anything, you want to stay out of jail, you want to stay out of trouble, you want to stay out of prison, locked up. You don't want to get caught up in a bad situation. Two things: think before you ever make a move. Think it through. Always think your actions before you make a move, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to ask yourself, was it really worth it? My parents are crying. Your parents are crying. Your sister's crying. Your family's crying. Finances are gone. Was it trying to save your ass now? And there's another story I'm gonna talk about that too. So ask yourself, is it really worth it? And is it really worth the consequences you're about to deal with? And two, you have to ask yourself, what are you really going to get out of it except a quick satisfaction of what you just did? You're going to be happy about it for the first hour. Like, man, I handled this shit. But at the same time, though, what are you going to get out of it? I'm not saying to be a punk. I'm not saying being a bitch. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm just saying, ask yourself before you make a move, is it really worth it? Is it really worth doing what you want to do, or doing what you're going to do? And I say, if you really, really, really want a future, if you really, really want something done with your life, and you want to succeed in life, you have to make the harder decision. Sometimes it's just to walk away. Just to walk away. And I'm not. And for me saying this to you, if you would have known me when I was young, this is some shit I would never tell you. But you have to walk away. You have to walk away for yourself. If not for yourself, for your family, for your mom, for your kids, for your girlfriend, for your wife, for the ones you love. Walk away from them. If you can't do it for yourself, walk away from them. Walk away from that situation for them, so you don't hurt them, and so you don't hurt yourself, and so you don't hurt your future. Life's gonna test you on a lot of things, and you just have to be that person that say, you know what, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this situation. I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna walk away from it, and I'm gonna do something better for myself. And fuck that fool. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm not gonna lie. This is some shit. This is kind of contradicting myself. And this is real talk. And I'm not trying to say anything negative, but if somebody put their hands on you, and somebody tries to hurt you, I'm gonna tell you what my mom told me. Handle your business. If somebody put their hands on you and you feel like you need to protect yourself, you do what you need to do to protect yourself. I'm not saying kill nobody or hurt anybody. Well, I'm not saying kill nobody. I'm saying protect yourself, because you still have a right to your human liberties, and to your human nature, and to yourself, bro. You're not, we're not novice perfect though, but if somebody put their hands on you, do what you got to do. Other than that, if you can walk away, walk away. And a lot of times it's better to walk away, because you know what, you're gonna go back and think like, fuck, dude, I could have almost beat this fool's ass, and almost got caught up in a case, and almost, it would have felt good for a minute there, but then now I'm in trouble. I'm locked up with the law, and now I'm fucking caught up in a bad situation. So, like I said, if somebody put their hands on you, handle it. Straight talk. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody put their hands on me, we're gonna deal with the way we do with it. You know what I mean? But if you can walk away from something, walk away from it. It's always better to, you know, it's always better to try to not put yourself in those situations to begin with. You know, so but that's my thing of it, is to do what you have to do, especially if they put your hands on you. But if you can stay out of trouble, stay out the bad situations, not be in situations you're not supposed to be into, then that's great too. If you want a future, think about what you want with your life and your future and your family's lives, and go from there. So that being said, bro, think before you make a move. Ask yourself, is it really worth it? And if it's really worth it, then you're just gonna have to deal with the consequences afterwards if they catch you slipping. So and that goes for the popo or the homies. But if it's not, it's your decision. I'm just telling you, think before you ever do anything, and ask yourself, how would I be? What's gonna happen by next year? Is this still gonna affect me? By next year, is this still really going to affect me the way it's affecting me now? Until then, this is your boy Randy. I'm glad you guys listen to my videos. I appreciate you guys taking the time for me. And I know you guys have other things you guys have to do. But until then, this is your boy. I'm out. Peace.